All right. Hey guys, if you're just joining us, I want to welcome you guys to this Zoom broadcast. Go ahead and throw a comment in the chat box. Let us know who you are and which state, which country you are dialing in from tonight. We're going to get started here in just a minute. We're going to let everybody hop on. I want to welcome you guys and throw something in the chat. We've got Michigan, Phoenix, Ohio, Connecticut, Maryland. Maryland's my hometown, Kentucky, Seattle, New Mexico, California. We've got people dialing in from all over the world. So we're really, really excited. We've got a lot of great information for tonight. And we're going to give it just a minute here, and then I'm going to turn my screen on, and we're going to dive into some of the information. But, guys, I just want to welcome all of you guys to this webinar. I'm really, really excited to get this information out to all of you. So let's see. Who else do we have dialing in? We've got San Antonio. We've got Washington, Oklahoma. We've got Nevada. We've got Canada, Florida, Pennsylvania, Nashville, South Carolina, Georgia, New Mexico, Arkansas. So amazing to see people from all over the world. Kansas. Let's keep it going for just a minute. We've got Louisville. We've got Minnesota, Australia, North Carolina. See who else we've got. Central California, Little Rock. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my screen on here and get my slides up. So give me just a second to do that. And I just want to confirm, can you guys see my screen okay? Just want to make sure you guys can see my screen. See, we've got a bunch of people in the chat here. Let me just make sure you guys can see okay. Everybody can see my screen okay. Awesome. All right, now I need to just figure out how to get this chat box out of the way. All right, there we go. All right, guys, so welcome to the webinar. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Josh Lago. I'm the CEO and founder of My Daily Choice, and we put this webinar broadcast out there because we are doing a compliance training. So before I get into the compliance training, I just want to kind of tell you guys where we're at as a company, some of the exciting things that are going on, and some of the steps that we're taking to ensure that we're around for a very, very long time. So as you guys know, we've had a tremendous amount of company growth in the last 12 months. I mean, we literally went from doing 50 orders a day as a company to thousands and thousands of orders each and every day due to the launch of this amazing brand called HempWorks. We launched 11 products in the HempWorks brand, and the numbers have just been astronomical. The amount of new customers, new affiliates that we've seen coming on board from the launch of these products is nothing short of amazing and incredible. We've had more brand exposure than we've ever had as a company. For those of you that follow us on social media, you saw that we were at the National Cannabis Festival. We've been invited to Celebrity Connected at the MTV Movie Awards. We've been invited by all kinds of organizations and celebrities to, feature our products. There's a ton of amazing things happening with our brand right now. We've seen record-breaking sales. Last month as a company was the biggest month we've ever had, and once again, we're on pace this month to do more than we did last month. So we're seeing really consistent growth, and it's really exciting to see the overwhelming positive response to our products, our brand, our dynamic business opportunity. So record-breaking sales. We've seen record-breaking commission payouts. Last month, we paid out more commissions as a company than we've ever done before, and I believe just from seeing the numbers this month, it's going to be even bigger. We've seen massive customer growth. Right now, about 60% of the volume that we're seeing as a company is coming from customer acquisition. So we're seeing a really high number customers coming on board, which is great for the business opportunity. Because as you guys know, sometimes in network marketing, it's really challenging to get people to buy into just the product without the business opportunity. And I think with HempWorks, we've hit the nail on the head, where we have a product where we know without the compensation plan, without the opportunity, without all the other great things in our business, people just want to buy the products. They want to be a customer. They want to have the product shipped to them, and they just want to be a consumer of the products, which is an awesome thing for our business. So we've seen massive customer growth. We've also seen more leaders in the business achieve ranks than we've ever seen before. So record-breaking number of leaders that are achieving huge milestones in the company for growth. And guys, all I have to say about all those great things is it's really just the beginning of this incredible journey. You know, we announced that we have our October convention that we're doing here in Las Vegas at the Red Rock Hotel and Casino. And at that convention, we're going to be unveiling the next big product line for My Daily Choice. We have several new products that we're going to be launching. It's going to be a great celebration for the company. So I highly recommend that you get registered for that event. And I believe that'll be the biggest event that we've ever had as a company. And it's going to catapult us into hyper momentum. So we're super excited to get to meet all of you guys in Las Vegas, for those of you who decide to come out and support the opportunity, support the brand, meet the leaders, bring your team, and all of that great stuff. We also, a couple new things that we're doing is we have a brand new HempWorks website that we're going to be launching. We're really excited about that. The site is about 90% done, so we're hoping to finish it tonight and prepare to release it either tomorrow or next week. We have a brand new back office that we're launching, and we have all brand new marketing materials. We have a brand new pre-enrollee tour that's updated, and just a lot of amazing additions to help you bring more people into the business and enhance your marketing efforts. With that said, when you become really big as a company and you have massive growth, you have to be more responsible about what you're doing as a company to protect the brand and keep your business compliant. So what we've done as a company is we've hired some really awesome compliance consultants. We have a full-time compliance officer that is relocating to Las Vegas to work out of our corporate office full-time. And because we're bringing in some of these amazing individuals, there are some things that we need to do as a company to protect the brand, protect our affiliates, protect our customers. And this webinar tonight is going to be an introduction to compliance. For those of you that made it to the leadership retreat, you got to learn a little bit about some of the things we're doing with compliance. And if you didn't make it to the leadership retreat, or if you haven't been following us on social media, this webinar will be a really great introduction to compliance, what it's all about, what the purpose of it is, and some of the general guidelines that we're going to be following to make sure that we're in business for a very, very long time. With that said, let's go to the first slide. So the first slide, we have made a commitment to compliance. Like I just said, the bigger that we grow as a company, the more serious we have to be about compliance. We know that we have the golden goose. We know that we've built an incredible brand. We know that we have products that work. We know that we have a compensation plan that pays. We know that we have a marketing system that's unmatched in the industry. But with all these things being as incredible as they are, we have to protect it. So the point of compliance and the point of this webinar is not to scare people. It's not to put handcuffs on you so that you're crippled or that you can't build a business. It's to keep the business around for a long time. It's to protect your marketing efforts. It's to make sure that, you know, we're in business for a long time. We're always shipping product. We're always paying commissions. We're always pushing the throttle. And in order to do that, we can't do it alone. We need the support of our affiliates and our customers. So what does compliance do? If you see on this slide, I'm going to just read a couple things on this slide and give you guys expand on a couple of the bullet points. What does compliance do? It helps protect the company, the affiliates, and the customers. Compliance is not it's not a scary thing to, once again, cripple people or put handcuffs on them or prevent people from being able to market. It's to protect the company. It's to protect the affiliates. It's to protect our customers. You know, when you have a business where you've got hundreds of thousands of both affiliates and customers in it, and everybody's saying something different, you know, it can be very damaging to the company if we don't control that and make sure that we're putting policies in place to protect, you know, what we've created and what we've built. So that's probably the main purpose of compliance. It's a way to protect everyone. It's not to hinder people. It's not to put handcuffs on them. It's not to prevent them from being able to market. It's not to make it more difficult or make it harder. It's to make sure that we have longevity. And guys, I just want to say that, you know, I was in a network marketing company that did not do compliance. They didn't put these things in place. And we ran into some major issues later on in the company. Had we have gone through those steps, that business probably would have been around a lot longer, and it wouldn't have been as big of an issue that it is. So being, you know, the way that HempWorks is growing, it's time to get serious about compliance. The other thing that compliance does is it upholds our policies and procedures. We have policies and procedures as a company. It's kind of our company foundation, and compliance's job is to enforce those policies and procedures so that it's a fair playing field and nobody's breaking the rules. It also, you know, compliance also helps clarify the policies and procedures to the field. So, you know, if somebody becomes an affiliate or a customer and they're confused about the policies and procedures, compliance is there to shed light on what those policies are, so that there's no confusion about how things are ran in our business. The other thing that's really important is it creates documentation when issues arise. When we run into challenges at the corporate level, or when we run into issues as a company, having all of the documentation via compliance helps further our positioning as a company so that we can continue to dominate the space. We need it. We need to have compliance in place to document everything. So, you know, anytime somebody has an incident with a product, we report it. It goes into a master intake log. Anytime there's a question about a policy or anything like that, everything gets documented so that we further our positioning. It also addresses potential violations. So when we run into a situation where we have an affiliate that is not complying, we now have the protocols and the justification in place to be able to take massive action when we run into any sort of compliance violations. Those compliance violations are going to be done via courtesy call. So you get a phone call, you get a warning, and we're going to be very easy to work with. Our goal is not to scare people with compliance. We want to be very workable as a company. So, you know, our goal is not to bully people over the phone or anything like that. We're just trying to communicate with the field and our wonderful leaders that we have to make sure that people aren't going out there and doing stuff that could get them in trouble or get the company in trouble. And then the last thing that compliance does is it educates the field via training webinars like this on some of the different compliance issues as a company. So what we want to do is we want to invite our entire company, our entire community of My Daily Choice, HempWorks, affiliates and customers. Doesn't matter what state you're in, what country you're in, doesn't matter who your upline is. We want to invite you to join us in this journey of compliance. I personally have made a commitment to it. Jen has made a commitment to it. We as a company, we've made a commitment to it. And our goal is to protect the house. As you see on this slide, I have hashtag protect the house. Guys, look, we want to pay out commissions, especially with the type of comp plan we have. We want to pay out commission for a very, very long time. We want to continue to add new products. We want to continue to have events. We want to continue to push the throttle, become dynamic, roll out new marketing tools, and do what we can to be dominant in the space. But we can't do that if people aren't behind this cause of protecting the house. We have to protect the house. We have to have a commitment collectively to compliance. We can't just go out there and market irresponsibly. So I'm asking you as the owner, as the founder of the company, to join us. in this journey, our commitment to compliance. It is a newer initiative for us. We've done several compliance trainings leading up to this, but you're going to see a lot more documents released. We're going to do more trainings, more calls about compliance. So we want you guys to join us in this journey. So let's, before I move on, I'm going to just go into the chat here. Let me just make sure you guys are all with us. Throw something in the chat. Just let us know if you are following me okay, and if you can see my screen. Just throw something in the chat. Yes, glad to be here. See you fine. Following you 100%, looking good. Thank you guys for the awesome comments. That's great. Yeah, we can see. Great job. Yes, everything is great. This is what we've been waiting for. Awesome. So we've got really good feedback so far. Awesome. So let's get into the first slide. The foundation for compliance. So this is kind of like the command central for compliance. These are some of the most important things. It's the foundation of the compliance department. First things first is know the policies and procedures. We've had these policies and procedures on our website since 2014, the day we launched. The day we launched, we put these policies and procedures in place. And anytime an affiliate joins our business, they agree to these policies and procedures. Now, the policies and procedures, once again, it's to protect the affiliates, the customers, the company, the brand, the products, and all of that. It's if you read the policies and procedures, it talks about cross-recruiting, it talks about code of conduct, it talks about what we allow affiliates to do and not to do. It's just a great document that outlines the expectations that we have as a company with partnering with our affiliates. So number one, make sure you know the policies and procedures, and make sure you know where the policies and procedures are. You go to mydailychoice.com. In the footer, it'll say policies and procedures, and you can direct anyone there to our corporate website if they want to download the policies and procedures. Another thing that's really important is this week we launched a new compliance guideline document. In this document, it outlines some of the most important things about compliance. And in this webinar, I'm going to break down that document along with another document, but make sure you have downloaded the compliance guideline document. If you don't have that document yet, you can go into our official Facebook group and you can download the document and you can read it. It's 3 pages long, so it's a pretty easy read and covers most of the main important guidelines. Number 3 is to use our testimonial worksheet, which I'm going to explain here on some of the next slides. Use disclaimers. Disclaimers are really important, especially with how big the income is getting for some people. We want to make sure we use disclaimers. And with the product as well, we want to avoid disease claims, which is number 5 on here. Medical claims and disease claims we have to avoid as a company. Here's the thing: our products, they're nutritional supplements. We can't make drug claims with it. Anytime you say that that you have a product that cures, prevents, heals, or treats a specific disease, it's then classified as a drug. We can't make drug claims. So we launched this testimonial worksheet to teach people how to share their testimonial without violating some of the rules these are not rules we created. These are rules that we have to live by. These are government rules. This is the way our world works. We got to play by the rules. So we have to avoid medical claims, disease claims. And then the last one is use corporate approved materials. One thing that we've seen as a company is there's a lot of people creating their own materials, and we want to put a stop to that. Not because we don't want people creating their own materials, but we don't want people creating materials that jeopardize the brand, the products, our positioning in the market, our ability to launch into new countries. And some of that can go into jeopardy when people that are uneducated are creating their own materials and not getting them approved by corporate. Anytime we create something, we run it by some of the top attorneys, our compliance counsel, our crisis management team. we get all of our materials approved before it goes onto our website, from a manufacturing standpoint and level to a legal and compliance level. Sometimes affiliates, they get into the business and they just say whatever they want, create their own materials, put it out there, and it has a bad reflection on our brand and our company and our mission of what we're trying to do to get these products out to the rest of the world. So use corporate approved material. And if you are creating your own material, you have to start sending it in to compliance, which I'm going to talk about on some of the next slides. So that's the foundation for compliance. Know the policies and procedures, know the compliance guideline document, use the testimonial worksheet, use disclaimers, avoid medical claims and disease claims, and use corporate approved materials. So let's get into it. How do we collectively, as a company, as a team, how do we protect the house? You know, we've heard this so many times in network marketing: protect the house, protect the ship. How do we do that? How do we all come together and say, you know what, this makes a lot of sense. These guys have a product that works. It's going crazy all over the world. How do we all come together to reel this in and protect the foundation of the business? Well, number one is we need everybody's support with our compliance efforts. You know, we're spending a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of resources to put some things in place to keep our business compliant. And what we don't want to have is people in the field or leaders that are against us. You know, we don't want people that are against us. And once again, let me go back to my original, couple statements that I said. We're not here to handcuff the field. I came from the field as a network marketer, just like you. And I understand when things like this are launched, it can appear to be, what's the best word, frustrating or crippling. And I assure you that that's not the purpose of us launching compliance. It's really to protect what we've built and to protect your business. So don't look at it as we're against you. We're not against you. We are for you. We're with you. Our goal is to protect your business and keep paying you commissions, keep shipping product for a very, very long time. And in order to do that, we need your support. So if you get a phone call from somebody in our compliance department, or if you get an email from somebody in our compliance department, just work with them to make changes, whether it's to a website or to brochures, business cards, marketing materials. Make sure that you work with our compliance team so that we mitigate our risk and our exposure in the market and continue this amazing mission with My Daily Choice and Hempwork. So that's the first thing. We need your support. The next thing is you got to know what the rules are. If you don't know what the rules are, it's going to be very difficult to educate you on compliance. So make sure you know the rules. Number three, make sure you play by the rules. Once you know the rules, play by the rules and be an example to the people in your organization. You know, network marketing, it's like a game of follow the leader. Your team is going to do whatever you do. So if you're playing by the rules, your team is going to be playing by the rules. If you find that people in your team are not playing by the rules, please report it to compliance@mydailychoice.com. You don't have to worry about being a tattletale, as we say in our household here. We always tell our kids not to tattle. But in the type of industry we're in, with the type of products that we've brought to market, it is extremely crucial that when there are issues, that we know about those issues first so that we can address them. So play by the rules. If you find that somebody's not playing by the rules, let us know. And then the last one is teach your organization the rules. You know, there's nothing better than leaders all rallying together and coming together to protect the business. This is guys, this is an incredible cause and an incredible time to be in the cannabis industry with these types of hemp-derived CBD products, to see what it's doing for people, to see the type of growth that we're having as a company. We've got incredible timing. We are pioneers in what Forbes is calling the next $50 billion industry by 2026, and double-digit growth for the next 5 to 10 years. So it's incredible timing to be in this business, but we're pioneers. We're some of the first people to be first to market, and we have to make sure that everybody's playing by the rules. So support our efforts, know what the rules are, play by the rules, and teach your organization the rules. Now, let me just, because we haven't done a ton of these compliance webinars, I'm going to just come back into the chat for a second. I just want to make sure that you guys can all see me, hear me, and that you're still awake. So throw a message in the chat just real quick. I don't want anybody sleeping or falling asleep. So let's just get a quick no snooze. All right, I see no snoozing. Absolutely. Still here, absorbing, not sleeping. I am awake with you. Okay, awesome. Just want to make sure you guys are still awake. I know compliance can sometimes be a little snoozy. So, all right. You guys know the foundation for compliance. I think I made my case about protecting the house. So I'm going to go over the compliance guidelines. So if you already downloaded the compliance document, just you may want to pull it up while you listen to the webinar. Maybe good to have side by side as I talk about it. There's some screenshots from the document in here. You can also find, if you weren't in the Facebook group, you can find it in your back office under resources. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is disclaimers. Disclaimers, disclaimers, disclaimers. Anytime you use our company logo, our trademarks, any of our copyrighted images, content, videos, please make sure you're using the appropriate product and income disclaimers. Now, I know that we've got a lot of internet marketers, so let me just say this. If you're an internet marketer and you're not using our company logos, trademarks, copyrighted images, content, you're okay. This is for people that are using the My Daily Choice or HempWorks logo, people that are creating their own websites, their own marketing materials, people that are sharing a testimonial. Anytime you are mentioning My Daily Choice HempWorks, using our trademark material, you have to start using disclaimers, whether it's on social media, you're doing press releases, you've got it on your website, blog, no matter what it is, you got to start using disclaimers. So the first disclaimer is a product disclaimer. If you're advertising and sharing product testimonials and it says, hey, this is what HempWorks has done for me, this is what the My Daily Choice sprays have done for me, this is what the products have done for me, you have to use the new product disclaimer. Now, the disclaimer states, statements made on this product, website, or sales materials have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. My Daily Choice and HempWorks products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. These products are not intended to replace medications or eliminate the advice of a competent healthcare practitioner. Why would we say something like that? Well, the reason why we would say something like that is because we don't want to give anyone the impression that we're claiming that these products are going to prevent, heal, cure, treat their disease. No matter, even if that's the truth, we don't want that to appear that we're making those kinds of drug claims, because legally we are not allowed to make those claims. Those are drug claims. And in order to make a claim like that, you need to have clinicals and you have to have some serious substantiated evidence that, what you're saying is true. And at this time, you cannot legally make a drug claim about nutritional supplements, especially with CBD or cannabidiol, CBD products. So you have to promote the products as food, as nutrition. You can't promote it as a drug claim or anything that would violate what the FDA has laid out there. So you have to start using product disclaimers. The next thing is income disclaimers. Anytime you're using, once again, this is for people that are using our company name, logo, trademarks, or copyrighted content in relation to earnings. You have to use an income disclaimer. So the income disclaimer would be, there are no guarantees regarding the income from the My Daily Choice / HempWorks opportunity. The success or failure of each affiliate, like in any other business, depends on each affiliate's skill set and personal effort. Earning levels for independent affiliates are examples and should not be construed as typical or average. Income level achievements are dependent upon the individual affiliate's business skills, personal ambition, time, commitment, activity, and demographic factors. So guys, the reason why we have both a product disclaimer and an income disclaimer is because we don't want people getting into the product as a customer for the wrong reasons, because there was no disclaimer in somebody's marketing. And we don't want somebody getting into the opportunity for the wrong reasons, thinking that they are guaranteed income, that they are guaranteed success just by joining. You can't guarantee product results and that it's going to cure, prevent, treat, or heal diseases. And you can't guarantee that people are going to make money. So the easiest way to combat that is by using the disclaimers. Use the disclaimers when you're advertising and sharing testimonials, or when you're using the company name, logo, or trademarks. Now, another thing that we want to ask as a company is, if you are creating your own marketing materials, business cards, brochures, you're using our logos or copyrighted content anywhere, please send it into compliance@mydailychoice.com prior to you using it. Don't create materials, put it out there to the world, and then send it to compliance and say, hey, is it okay if I use that? That's not gonna help anybody's cause here. So if you want to create your own materials, if you've already gone down that road, send it to compliance, and our team will work with you, not against you. They're going to work with you to help you tweak whatever materials you've created to make sure that they're compliant and that you can use them. Okay, so that's the first slide for the compliance guideline. I'm going to jump into the next one, and then I'm going to come back onto the chat so I can engage and interact with some of you guys. Okay, the next guideline is product tampering. This is something that that we've seen recently in the last 3 to 6 months. We've seen people trying to attempt to tamper with our products in a couple different categories. One category is sampling the product. Another category is relabeling or rebottling the product. So let me just say this. The products that we have developed as a company, they work the way they are. Okay? They work the way they are. There is no need to rebottle them, relabel them, sample them, put them in trial size bottles. None of that is needed. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee on all of our products. Anybody can try the products out risk-free. They don't need to be done with a sample. And definitely, we don't want anybody relabeling or rebottling our product. That is a violation of our proprietary IP that we have with our products. We have very unique formulations. We undergo extensive third-party testing. We test every batch. We have a gas chromatography test on every single batch we've ever done. We have a certificate of analysis on every single batch we've ever produced, and we have a batch record on every single batch we've ever produced. So the challenge is when an affiliate comes into the business and then opens up the product and pours it into a different bottle, all of the amazing things we've done go completely void, because that affiliate is now tampering with the product. It's against the FDA. The FDA doesn't allow you to do that. Our policies now don't allow you to do that. And plus, for those of you who have people in your team that are trying to sample product, or maybe you are someone that's trying to sample product, it is extremely unsanitary. Everything we do is in an FDA registered facility and lab, and we know the exact conditions in those labs. And somebody in their house taking the product, pouring it into another bottle, and then throwing a new label on it is just wrong. It's dangerous. It's unsanitary. It's not compliant. So if you're someone that is trying to sample product, or if you have people on your team, please report it. Let's put a stop to it, because the products need to be marketed the way that they are. Okay. With that said, let me jump back on the chat. Make sure you guys are still alive. Hey everyone, just throw a message in the chat. I see we've got some pretty good feedback so far. Let's see what we got. Alive and well, still alive, no sampling. All good. Still here. Hey, Josh, I'm alive. Hey, loving this. Absolutely. On the display, we've got a couple questions. If we have time, we will answer some questions at the end. I'm glad that you guys are captivated because I know that compliance, once again, can be kind of an uncomfortable topic. But guys, I'm excited to be here. It's new. It's new for me, but we're excited. We've made the commitment. So let's keep going. Compliance guidelines. Selling on the internet. This is a really, really big topic too. It's in the compliance guideline. So here's the thing with selling on the internet. Independent affiliates should only sell products on a company licensed website, and the advertising/selling price of all products on that website must not be lower than the independent affiliate price of the products plus reasonable shipping and the amount of the company charges for taxes and handling. All advertising regarding the price of products should be truthful and should not contain misleading statements such as lowest price available, which infers that an independent affiliate is able to sell products at a lower price than other independent affiliates. So selling on the internet, what does that actually mean? It doesn't mean that you can't have a website. It doesn't mean that you can't have a blog. It doesn't mean that you can't have a website that talks about our products or talks about our business. It doesn't mean you can't have a website that talks about your team, the marketing system, the compensation plan, none of that. It just means that you cannot physically take the transaction, and trust me, you don't want to take the transaction on your own website. You only want to sell on a company licensed website, which we give you, which is hempworks.com/your username. You don't want to go outside of our system, build your own website, start taking transactions, and start shipping customers product. That will cause a world of problems for you. You don't want to do that. So if you're trying to sell on the internet and you have a website, number one, make sure your website's compliant, which you can submit your website to compliance@mydailychoice.com, but make sure that the actual sale is happening on your company licensed website, which is hempworks.com. Now, I'll say this as a statement, and you can take it for however you want. When you enroll into My Daily Choice, as the owner of the company, I think that we pride ourselves in giving you all the tools that you need. I mean, when you enroll, you get lead capture pages, you get a marketing site, you get a retail site, you get company videos, you get autoresponders that go out. You actually, in My Daily Choice and HempWorks, you get a lot more in our company than the majority of network marketing companies give to the field. You get a mobile app. From that app, one click, you can send a text message to anyone in your contact with any video, PDF, download, replicated website, all of the information and the tools and the resources. I want to say we give all that to you, and we don't charge you for it. It's free. So what happens, it's really fascinating when people come into the business and feel they need to go outside of the resources and the tools that we give them. I get it. Everybody's an expert, and everybody wants to create their own stuff. So that's something that a lot of network marketing companies have to deal with, because a lot of people want to create their own materials. Maybe they're really good at graphic design. Maybe they're a really good web developer. Everybody thinks they can do it better. So if that's you, and if you think you can do it better, I'm not here to tell you that you can't do it. I'm here to tell you that you got to play by the rules. Please follow the rules. We're not saying that you can't do these things. We're saying that you need to follow the rules that we've put in place so that it's a fair playing field for everyone, and so that we uphold our policies and procedures, and we fulfill our commitment to compliance. The next one on here is third-party auction sites, independent sites. So these are like like eBay. eBay's an auction site, or a site like Amazon. We've had a policy as a company that we've never really prevented people from third-party auction sites or from independent websites, but we have had a rule with it, and the rule is they have to sell it at our MAP pricing, our minimum advertised price. And the reason why we do that as a company is because we don't think it creates a fair playing field if somebody online can, price undercut our corporate site, which is the site that most affiliates are selling on. So with that said, you can put products on our products on the internet if it's approved, but it has to be at the minimum advertised price. You can't put our product on the internet and advertise it at a lower price than everybody else is paying. That is something that we are 100% committed to completely shutting down. Even if we have to get our attorneys involved, we're going to do it. We don't want anybody price undercutting our affiliates. That goes for people that are buying wholesale. That goes for people that are selling on the internet. If we see it, if we catch it, it's going right to compliance and legal, and we're going to give you a courtesy phone call, and we're going to say, hey, listen, you got to bring your pricing to MAP pricing, which I'm going to show you what the pricing is on the next slide. Actually, the slide after this. So once again, selling on the internet, there's another thing that's really important, and that's self-created websites. So for those of you that, once again, you've got your own website and you're using our company logos, trademarks, copyrighted content on your own website, there's something that we're requiring these websites to do. Number one is in the bottom or the footer of the first page of the website on the home page, you must have this statement, which has your name, as you can see in this slide here, your name, MDC independent affiliate with your ID number, and it must say this website is owned and operated by a MDC/HempWorks independent affiliate and is not endorsed by My Daily Choice Incorporated. Any opinions expressed on this website are made by and the responsibility of the individual associate and should not be construed as a representation of the opinions of My Daily Choice Incorporated. Statements made on these products, websites, or sales materials have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. My Daily Choice Incorporated products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. My Daily Choice Incorporated products are not intended to replace medications or eliminate the advice of a competent healthcare practitioner. Now, the reason why we're requiring people to put that on their website is because there has to be a true distinction between the corporate website and an independent affiliate website. We do not want anyone pretending or appearing to be like corporate. That's a major problem for us as a company, so we need your support, guys. If you've got a website, this is one of the requirements, is you've got to put this in the footer of your website. And it also protects you too by stating that you're an independent affiliate of the company and that you do not represent corporate, that you don't make decisions for corporate. So, some of you may think it's a negative, but I think it's a huge positive to put that on your website. And if you comply with that and put that on your website, then your website through our compliance department can become approved, and then you won't ever run into any issues with us as a company and you having to shut your website down. So once again, just to go back to what I said on the previous slide, let me go back. This one, how to protect the house. Support our compliance efforts. If you get a phone call or you get an email enforcing the guidelines in this document, just follow the rules. That's all you have to do, and then you won't run into any issues at all. Plus, it helps protect our brand and our positioning in the market. The other thing that's really important with selling on the internet is we now have 2 new logos, which are in the resources tab of your back office. And if you have an independent website and you're marketing it as a HempWorks website or a My Daily Choice website, you have to now use the independent affiliate logo. So there's 2 logos. You've got one for HempWorks, one for My Daily Choice, depending on what kind of site you have. So if you're, if you've got your website out there, download these logos and replace them immediately with, these instead of the regular corporate HempWorks and My Daily Choice logos. Once again, same exact concept. We want a true distinction between who's affiliates, who's corporate, and the way we do that is by identifying some of these websites that are out there and, having them use the appropriate logos. Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see, there's one more There's one more thing that I don't think it's in these slides, but it's the MAP pricing. So you can find it in the compliance guideline document. We actually list in the guideline document, we list all of the different pricing for each product. And because I created the products, I could probably rattle them off for you. The 500 milligram oils, the MAP price, once again, this is the minimum advertised price for the internet. The 500 milligram oils are $69 each. The 750 milligram oils, both the peppermint flavor, the natural flavor, and the THC-free version as well, those are $89 a bottle. Okay, $69 for the 500 milligram and $89 for the 750 milligram. All three topicals, okay, the Renew, Revive, and the Relief, our pain rub, all three of those, the MAP price is $69. Okay, so $69 for each of the topicals. The pet products, the HempWorks dog treats and the pet oil, those are $39 each. Okay, the minimum advertised price for the nutritional sprays is $24.95. Okay, so the 11 HempWorks products plus the 6 nutritional sprays, you just have to make sure that if you're advertising on the internet, you're advertising it at those prices and not that they can buy it cheaper through you versus a competing affiliate. And guys, that really equals the playing field. I'm personally excited about that because one of the powers of network marketing is we kind of distribute and share the wealth amongst everyone instead of competing like in traditional business. So network marketing is a business of empowerment and not dividing people within the company. So I really like the minimum advertised pricing clause that's in the compliance guidelines. So just make sure if you're buying products at wholesale, you're selling at retail in your store, or you're selling on the internet, make sure you're selling at the minimum advertised pricing, which is in the compliance guideline document. All right, let me come back onto the chat real quick before we get into our next part. Let me make sure you guys are still with me. Are you guys still here, fired up? Who's excited about compliance? You guys excited? Who's fired up? Who's excited that we're doing the right things as a company to protect you guys, to protect the brand? Wow, there's a lot of people. I didn't realize how many people are on this webinar. Awesome. Goosebumps. The chat's going so fast I can't even read it. Definitely woohoo. I love compliance. I am absolutely perfect. He loves the right things. Woohoo, on fire, excited. Let's keep the comments going for just a minute. I love hearing some feedback. Excited. I'm excited. Great direction. Someone said not excited about compliance, but do want to follow the rules. Hey, listen, if you're not excited about compliance, what you should be excited about is your paycheck being there for generations to come. So, one thing to look at with compliance is it's not this scary thing to, get everybody down. It's really a positive thing to say, hey, listen, we understand what we have. We want to say all of those things. I mean, trust me, when I have a product and it works, I want to say exactly what it does, but we have to play by the rules so that we're around for a long time, and we want to be a $1 billion company. In order to get to to become a true $1 billion company, these are some of the steps that we have to take. There's no choice. We have to take these steps. We have to do what's necessary as a company. So thank you for those of you that are still with me. I want to thank you and I want to congratulate you because once again, it's not an easy conversation to have, but I think it's super important, and I think it's going to protect you in the long run. So for those of you that threw a nice comment in the chat, I just want to thank you guys for your support in this initiative. So let's get into disease claims and medical claims. We talked about this at the beginning of the webinar. One thing that we have to start doing as a company is avoid disease claims and medical claims. Avoid telling people to get off their prescription medication. Guys, listen, this is people's livelihood that we're dealing with. Okay, this is a very sensitive topic and a very controversial product for people. It is, especially if if somebody's been battling something for a really, really long time, and then they take this product and their symptoms start to go away, they want to tell the world about, their results. We get that. We understand that. But there's certain things we have to avoid, and telling people to get off their prescription medication is irresponsible. So the worst thing you can do as an affiliate is pretend you're a doctor. If you're not a doctor, if you don't have a PhD next to your name, guess what? You cannot give medical advice legally. Legally, you can't pretend you're a doctor. You can't give medical advice if you don't have a PhD. If you're not qualified, if you're not an expert, you are not allowed to give medical advice or tell people that they should get off their meds. You're not allowed to tell people that the products cure, prevent, heal, or treat their disease. If somebody comes to you and says, hey, does the product work for this? Does it work for this? Does it work for this? Will it cure this? Will it help with this? You can't give advice. You can't say, yes, it helps with this. You should use it. Or yes, it cures this. Or yes, it prevents this. Now, one thing you can do that's really valuable is you can point people to third-party credible sources and data that substantiates, those claims. So if somebody says, hey, listen, does the product do this or that? What I tell them to do their research. Go on Google, type in CBD plus whatever disease you're looking at or that you have, and see what you find. Because I know that the evidence, the clinicals, the studies, the testimonials, they're all out there on the internet. And you don't have to be the person that's giving them the advice or making the claim. You don't. All you have to do is tell them to go to Google and do their own research. Or another thing you can say is, listen, the products are working for me and they're working great, but I can't give you medical advice. All I think you should do is try the products out. There's a money back guarantee. See if it works for you. It's okay to tell people to try it. Try the product out. Give it a chance. See if it works for you, or do your research. Don't ask me. I'm not a doctor. Don't ask me if it works for this or that or all these different diseases. Do your research, and then when you're ready to make a decision to give it a shot, here's my website. So the best thing to do is to point people to the evidence or the clinicals that are currently out there on the internet, and all they have to do is type in CBD on Google plus whatever disease they're asking about, and you're clean because you haven't made a disease claim or medical claim. And you're forcing the consumer to do their own research and then make their own decision whether they want to try the products out. Realize, too, that our products are nutritional supplements. Hemp is food. Hemp is nutrition. And once again, you can't make drug claims about nutritional products. It's not a drug. You can't say the product cures diabetes. You can't say it's going to prevent you from having a heart attack. You can't say it prevents arthritis. You can't say that you're obese and after taking the products, you're not going to be obese. You can't say, oh, you have eczema, pour this on your skin and it's gone. You can't say, oh, you've got Crohn's disease, take this and all your digestive problems will go away. You can't say, oh, you're depressed, use this product. We got all these people that aren't depressed anymore. You can't say, oh, you've got AIDS, take this. And you can't even try to avoid saying disease names altogether. Just try to get it out of your vocabulary, because there are smarter ways, like I just told you, to get the point across without you being the person that's actually making the claim. So in the compliance guideline document, we list some of the main diseases that you should avoid saying, and we give you an alternative for what you can say that is compliant that still is kind of the same thing. So like, for example, it says avoid saying diabetes, and instead say the product helps, or your story, it helps maintain healthy blood sugar regulation, or you're using it as a part of your diet to help maintain healthy blood sugar levels. For heart attacks, supports optimal cardiovascular health or function. For obesity, helps with weight loss or helps support keeping a healthy weight long term. I'm going to skip over to the right. Sleeplessness helps with the relief, or of occasional sleeplessness. Crohn's disease promotes healthy digestion or supports optimal digestive function. These are all statements that have been approved by our attorneys and our compliance team to help make sure that you're sharing your story responsibly. Okay, so once again, I don't want to beat a dead horse or anything like that, or be a broken record, but just avoid the disease claims, avoid the medical claims, make sure you've got your disclaimers, and use this guideline document to educate both your customers and your partnering affiliates on how to share their story without making a disease claim. I just want to go back in the chat one more time. I'm so addicted to it to see who's liking it. Okay, we've got a lot of really good feedback on this so far. Love the claim sheet. I'm excited about compliance, excited to know exactly what we can and can't do. Clear and concise, thanks. I want to do this right. Company's awesome. So guys, thank you once again. Thank you so much for the awesome feedback. There's no way that I'm going to be able to read every one of these statements that are in the chat, but I love the positive feedback, and thank you guys for your support. We got a couple more slides here, and then we're going to let you guys go. Let me delete this chat one more time. Okay. All right. Next slide. Do you know how to tell your story? Okay. If you're trying to tell your product success story, we just released a testimonial worksheet. Okay. Because we wanted to teach you guys, that now that we've made this commitment to compliance, we want to teach you guys how to share your story without making a disease claim or a drug claim, or potentially getting you or the company in trouble. So this testimonial worksheet, it's available in our official Facebook group. It's also being added to the back office under resources. So I'm going to just read what's on this screen. It says, please note your own personal experiences with the MDC/HempWorks products. Please indicate your comments clearly on this form, and be sure to complete the bottom to include your phone number in case we'd like to contact you for additional information. Thank you for agreeing to share your story with others. Remember, less is better. Keep it to a few paragraphs total. So we kind of give you in this worksheet a few key points to help you formulate your story. Now, let me tell you a couple things that we're going to do with your story. Once you fill out this worksheet specifically for the products. Now, once again, remember, this is for the products. So when you share your worksheet with us, when you submit it to compliance, number one, we're gonna approve it and let you use your story. But it also gives us documentation so that we can use your story in marketing. So we're launching a new HempWorks website. Well, how cool would it be if you filled out this worksheet, and then we can now legally and in a compliant way feature your story on the website to further the positioning of the brand and the products. I mean, look, our goal is to make this the most dynamic opportunity in the entire network marketing industry, and we are on our way of doing that. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes. We are on our way. We're creating massive growth. One of the ways we're going to further our positioning as a company is by collecting thousands of testimonials, thousands. And with these testimonials, we are going to feature them on our website so that, we're compliant, we have documentation, we have substantiation, and a lot of amazing things that we're doing with these testimonials. So we need your support to get these testimonials. We want to approve them so that you can use them. We want to feature them to help you with your marketing. So the first thing in the worksheet, it says my name and personal and or professional background is example. Hi, I'm Angie from Chicago. I'm a CPA working full-time in the city. So a little bit of background on you. How I was introduced to My Daily Choice or HempWorks. My best friend's been taking the HempWorks products, and he told me about them. They could be, I heard about HempWorks products on the internet. My friend on social media told me about the HempWorks products. I decided to give them a try. Now, the next thing that's really important is to state your experience and to state facts and to state results. My experience with our product is, so state facts. One fact is, example, I started taking the HempWorks Full Spectrum Hemp Oil 1 month ago due to my sleeplessness and general feeling of discontent. The next step is to state results. Now, after taking the products, I sleep all night long without even waking up once. It's amazing. My overall sense of well-being has increased, and I feel incredible all the time now. So that's an example of a proper testimonial, how to share a testimonial without making a disease claim. Notice how it didn't say, hey, if you use the products, your cancer is going to go away. Or, hey, your sleep disorders are going to be gone. Or, hey, you're not going to have sleep apnea anymore. It didn't say that. It was a clever way of getting the point across and sharing the testimonial in a compliant and responsible way. So when it comes to these testimonials, guys, just keep it positive, keep it upbeat, keep it honest. No medical claims, no disease claims, and make sure you send in your completed worksheets to compliance. We're really excited to feature these, and you guys will see when the new HempWorks site gets launched, it's going to blow you guys away. And we're looking to add a lot of testimonials to that site. Right now, we have about 10 to 15 testimonials on that site. We have over 200,000 people that have used our products. So our goal is to get a couple hundred, if not 1,000 testimonials on that site. It's going to take some time. It's going to be a process. We're going to have to go through all the testimonial worksheets, but we know how important it is so that when people come to the HempWorks site, without a shadow of doubt, they know that the products work and we're doing things the right way as a company. All right, guys. So that was the last. Slide. I'm gonna pull the chat up now because I don't need these slides anymore. So let me just end. Let me end this webinar just by saying, guys, that and I speak on behalf of Jenna as well and corporate and the company, that we are 100% committed to these products, this company, and this brand. We are 100% committed. If you saw some of the things that we're doing behind the scenes and as a company, it would blow you guys away. I really believe that when you look at My Daily Choice as a company, when you look at the products, you look at the compensation plan, you look at the owners, the culture, you look at the marketing system. I really believe that we have the perfect storm. And I don't say that a lot in network marketing. There's very few companies of my knowledge that in less than a year have accomplished what we've accomplished as a company. From ramping up our compliance and our marketing to adding 11 products in less than 12 months, to rolling out brochures, marketing materials, to having a corporate launch event, to launching a new office, to setting up fulfillment, to shipping over 100,000 orders out of Las Vegas. There's so many incredible things that we've done. And like I said, it's really just the beginning. We're headed into convention in Las Vegas in October, and I know that it's gonna be a wonderful celebration. So we're gonna have new products that we're gonna be launching at the convention. We're gonna have keynote speakers. There's a lot of really exciting things that are happening. And plus, if you're not a convention person or an event person, just look around. Just look around. Look at social media and look at the number of people in our business that are excited about these products and people that are getting results. It's incredible. So, we've made this commitment to the field and to the leaders that we're so committed to compliance, and no one is going to jeopardize this opportunity, this company, or this brand. We are your protectors, and I want you to think of it that way. We are your protectors. My goal is not to make things more difficult for people. My goal is not to make it harder. My goal is to make it easier. But my goal is to also protect the amazing leaders that have decided to partner with us in the business. So there's a lot of changes that are going to have to happen. We wanted to do this introduction to compliance so you guys understand where we're at as a company. We have to make some tough decisions as a company, and it's all in protection of the brand, the products, the affiliates. You see on this last slide here, if we all work together, we will protect the affiliates, the customers, the company, the brand, and the business opportunity. So with that being said, I just want to thank you guys for watching this short webinar. We are going to announce several more in-depth compliance trainings. This is just one training of many. So we are going to have several more in-depth trainings. So if you had questions that we aren't able to answer on this webinar, don't worry about it. This isn't going to be the last webinar. So just hold on to your questions. I know there's a lot of people on this webinar, but just understand that this is to protect you guys. We're 100% committed. I know that My Daily Choice and HempWorks is going to become one of the fastest growing, one of the largest network marketing companies in the world. And we couldn't be more excited, more optimistic about the future. And we appreciate each and every one of you guys. We love you guys. We love your support. We love all your positive feedback. We know that we have an amazing cause. If you watch our videos and see our product videos, you understand that in our video we said our mission is to bring this plant to the rest of the world. And that is the HempWorks mission. The HempWorks difference is that we've brought the most pure, potent, and effective hemp-derived CBD products to market. So we know we have the cause, we have the right intentions, we have the right counsel, and it's time to just button up, get compliant all over the world, make sure we hold our affiliates to the highest standards and hold the company to the highest standards, and just dominate in the industry of network marketing and in the CBD industry. And that's what we've started, and that's what we will complete. So with that said, I want to thank you guys again for watching this webinar. I love each and every one of you. Cannot wait to meet you guys out here in Vegas, and hope you guys all have an awesome night. This webinar is recorded. It will be posted in the back office and in our official group as a compliance training video that you can watch. So thank you guys. I saw someone say love, peace, and happiness. That's awesome. Love, peace, and happiness. We'll see you guys all in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.